Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut, usually here with Mike Kelly, and then I just realized I've been waiting for him, and he's not coming today because he had 4 houses he needed to talk about on tour, and that's what he's working on today. So that's what's going on. That's why I was a little bit late. It's all on me. I can't blame him for that, but we still will because he's not here. All right. So today, what did we have coming out today that was really important? That was a consumer price index was coming out today, and I'll get into that right now. I think the Dow is down negatively a couple hundred points, and one of the reasons is because what has happened. And let's look at the bond. So 10 years up 6 basis points of 4.4873 earlier, and then mortgage-backed securities, which means rates got worse by about 15 basis points. And the big reason this happened is because the CPI report came out worse than expected. I've seen articles that said Trump's trade war. Let's see, what does it say? Bad news for mortgage rates. Trump trade war has started to drive up inflation. Not necessarily. Don't just read the headlines. We'll get into that in a second. So let's just talk about what happened. We had the headline inflation. So it rose 0.3% in June, matching expectations. However, year over year, CPI rose from 2.4% to 2.7%, moving higher, but not surprising the markets. And here's the reason, here's the rub. The uptick was due to the extremely low base from last year, 0-month change, amplifying the year-over-year jump. That's the issue. So a year ago, we didn't have much movement, and now we had just a normal movement, and that's why it went up. And so year over year, it looked like, oh my God, it's so bad. But that's the one thing about statistics. There's lies, damn lies in the statistics, and you can manipulate statistics to show anything that you want if you look hard enough. So let's get out of that before I get off my soapbox. Key drivers: energy's up 0.9%, gasoline's up 1%, food rose 0.3%, contributing modestly to the increase. Core inflation was 2% for the month, cooler than expected of 0.3% per month. Year over year core rate rose to 2.9, slightly better than forecasted 3. So was it really that bad? No, it wasn't. We just had a really low number last year. So if you run with the sky is falling, it is falling, only to the people who think it's falling. Anyway, we'll move on from there. What else do we have? Shelter costs. Shelter costs is rents. Rents are up 0.2%. Owner equivalent of the rent is up 3%. Lodging away from home plunged almost 3%, keeping up with the shelter costs in check. Annual shelter inflation eased by 3.9 to 3.8. So if you look overall, used cars was negative 0.7%. New cars are negative 0.3%. No clear tariff impact yet, despite the ongoing concerns and headlines that I just stated earlier that said that mortgage rates are going up because of the trade war. That's not the case yet. I'm not saying it's not coming. I'm not saying it couldn't affect it down the road, but right now, that's not what the problem is. The inflation is just sticky. And again, this report wasn't that alarming. The core monthly CPI annualized rate was just 2.2%, suggesting that the trend continues to go closer to the Fed's 2% target rate later this year. What we're going to have to do is wait till next month and see what these numbers are to see if it's going down, and it'll make everybody much happier. The Fed's going, oh, so I told you we can't lower rates or have inflation problems. No, we don't have inflation problems, but I understand. Like I said before, I'd much rather have pain for the next couple months then lower it, and then it becomes the 1980s again. We don't need that problem. This is why a lot of people are, I don't want to say they're just burnt in the market, and they're trying, but if the right house comes up, people are jumping on it. And I have clients who want to buy this one house over in Benicia, and the people are stuck at a price point that is really outside of what the value is. But it's, again, location, right? Yeah. You can make a location work for you, because according to Trump, location is the dumbest thing, because you can build up the location you buy. All right, what else is there? So tomorrow, let's see what we have, because tomorrow we have some news tomorrow, right? So for the week, let's see what I said we have for tomorrow. Tomorrow we have mortgage applications, producer price index, that's the PPI, Fed beige book. And then Thursday, retail sales, jobless claims, and housing start. And we'll have Mike back tomorrow. But the biggest thing that I wanted to go over is if you need to buy a house, buy a house. Stop listening to us. Stop listening to the market. Stop listening to everything. You have to do what you have to do. In 5 years from now, it's not going to matter that you bought today and that you might have paid a little bit more for it or the rate's higher now. You just have to be okay with your payment for a period of time. These people, a lot of people said, and this is what I saw so many articles recently about, everybody, all the people said, date the rate, marry the price. It still works. It's still the thing but you couldn't have thought about, hey, I'm going to be out of this rate in a year. I'm going to be out in 2 years. We don't know. We have no idea. It could take up to 5, who knows how long it's going to take before rates go down. If the market takes off, rates aren't going down unless we pay off our debt. And with these tariffs, maybe we will pay off our debt because of the money they're making. I don't know how it all works, but I just keep hearing they're making money. All right. That's all I had today. It's a real short one. When Mike's not here, it's just the facts. Just the facts. That's all we have. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Mike will be here. We'll go with the local numbers and then I'll have some more information. All right. You guys make it a great day. I appreciate you. I started a post, maybe I should say it now, on Facebook, LinkedIn, and where else did I have it? And Instagram, about remembering people while they're here. Tell them how much you mean about them. We all had the gentleman past Steve Sims who was really important to me because he helped me get my book. He helped me do a lot of things. And I just feel that people don't tell people how important they are until after they're gone. There were so many posts about how much he did for them. The question really is, did they let him know? So what I'm doing a post to remind, and this for the next 30 days, and I've done yesterday and today already, that, hey, reach out to the people that you really care about and let them know that you care about them and how important they are. So don't wait any longer. Tell them right now. As soon as this is over, if you're on here, if you're watching it, stop, pause it, get your phone out, text somebody how much important they are, call somebody. A voice is better than a text. And if they don't like to be picking up the phone, then send them a voice text. That's how you fix that one. All right, everybody, make it a great day. I appreciate you all. And thank you. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye.